Good day, young philosophers, and welcome to Course 015 Introduction to Philosophy of the Human Person. This is your subject teacher, Sir Gerson, and for today's lesson, Module 3, we will be tracing the origin of philosophy, the Pre-Socratics and Socrates. For the lesson objectives,
Objective number 1.
trace the historical origin of philosophy,
Objective number 2.
explain the contributions of the early philosophers.
Are you all excited to learn?
Awesome! It's time to learn philosophy. Philosophy now. Good day, young philosophers. It is a very beautiful day, isn't it? How are you today? It is so good to know that you are just all right. Let us review what we did last meeting. I would like you to answer the question, what is philosophy? Okay, when we say philosophy, literally means the love of wisdom. Conformably, an individual who engages in philosophy. For this day, I'm going to present the three pre-Socratic philosophers, and they are Thales of Miletus, Pythagoras, and of course, Heraclitus. First up, we have Thales of Miletus, about 624 to 546 BCE. Okay, by the way, uh, as you can see, we have the letter C, right? The small letter C. When you read that, the term, it means circa. It came from the Latin word which means about. Kaya kapag babasahin natin, about 624 to 546 BCE. Actually, Thales is considered as a father of Western philosophy and is regarded as one of the seven sages, or what we call wise men of all ancient Greece. He claimed that there is one single substance that comprises everything, and that substance is water, and is Thales of Miletus, wise man, or one of the seven sages. He called himself as the wise men of ancient Greece. The second wise man is Pythagoras, about 570 to 495 BCE. He treated philosophy as a way of life and gave emphasis on contemplation. When we say contemplation, this is the action of looking thoughtfully at something for a long time. And also, he believed in reincarnation. He made important contributions to the field of mathematics. Are you familiar with this what we call Pythagorean theorem? Of course, yes. When we say theorem, it is the result that can be proven to be true. And that Pythagorean theorem was formulated by Pythagoras. The third and last pre-Socratic philosopher is Heraclitus. About 535 to 475 BCE, he claimed that everything is changing and believed that the only permanent thing in this world is change, which is true. Lahat ay nagbabago, walang permanente, change is constant. He used fire to emphasize this idea of change. Now, we have already met the three pre-Socratic, okay, which we consider as the wise men or sage. And now, kilalanin natin si Socrates. So, try to look at the picture. Siya po ay si Socrates. Let me ask you, how Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle related? Okay. Socrates was the teacher of Plato, and Plato was the teacher of Aristotle. Okay. In the relation, they are passing of their wisdom. Let me let me read this one. While the pre-Socratic philosophers concerned themselves with the physical world, Socrates turned his inquiry on the human person and human living. In his mind, take note of this, knowledge is virtue. This means that to know something is to do something. To know what is good is to do what is good. This entails that doing the good means not knowing it. In the mind of Socrates, ignorance is a vice. What does it mean? Socrates says knowledge is virtue and ignorance is vice. Or all vice is the result of ignorance, and that no person is willingly bad. Correspondingly, virtue is knowledge, and those who know the right will act rightly. And also, may I just add, Socrates was considered by many to be the wisest man in ancient Greece. His spoken words are still listened to and followed today. With understanding of Socrates, of course, further claimed that human beings must know themselves for them to be able to live in accordance with who they are. He said, "Know yourself, for the unexamined life is not worth living." What does it mean? Through this statement, Socrates means unexamined human life is deprived of the meaning and purpose of existence. Ibig sabihin nito, if you know yourself, you don't need to prove yourself to anyone. I hope you learned today about the three pre-Socratic philosophers and Socrates himself. Thank you for listening, young philosophers, and I hope you'll join me again to our next lesson. Let us always remember our hashtag, spread the love of wisdom. Be a philosopher, hashtag spread the love of wisdom.